Hey guys, this episode of The Read is sponsored by Target. This year, Target is celebrating Black History Month with a 100% Black-owned or designed collection. Shop must-have styles from brands like women's ready-to-wear clothing line Sammy B. They've got options for your little kids, your Rugrat babies like Ade and Ayo, African-inspired child's wear, and Little Giant's Giant Shorties, which is a hip-hop line. You can snag Rayo and Honey's canvas, pennants, and totes, and lots more. Plus, the 2023 HBCU Design Challenge winners will have their designs featured on Target.com and in Target stores. Discover the Black History Month collection only at Target now through the end of February. Shop now at Target.com/BlackBeyondMeasure. Let's move on.
Hey, y'all, whether you're a makeup influencer or a telehealth life coach or telehealth therapist, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to help you stand out with a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything. With Squarespace, you can collect email subscribers and convert them into loyal customers, display posts from your social profiles on your website, and even use the analytics features to gain insights to grow your business. There's all kinds of brand new jobs that have popped up, not even just since the internet started, but since over the past few years with everything shifting and so much more stuff being online. Squarespace can help you take your new business idea and flourish. So head on over to squarespace.com/read to start your free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Let them know Kid Fury and Crystal sent you, and let's start the show.
How dare you open your foul mouth to me, Negress? What's that from?
Ferngully.
Negress?
No, it is from Coven. American Horror Story.
It is American Horror Story.
She spit that shit out.
Yeah, it didn't seem hard. All right, welcome back to the show, everyone. I'm Eric Brooks.
I am Pat McGrath, and this is The Read. Thanks for coming back.
Yes, thank you indeed for coming and joining the show again. What's up? What do you want to share your emotions with this?
Emotions make you cry sometimes. I'm okay. Things are steadily improving as far as my mental health goes, but it's slow and steady. So, I'm just continuing to truck along and trying to manage everything I have going on because it feels kind of overwhelming at times. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What about you? How are you feeling?
I'm really tired. That's nothing new. But we're here. We've got things to look forward to. Show, awards. What a time.
Yeah.
So whatever.
It's crazy.
So let's talk about some people who are Black and doing excellent things.
Oh, sounds delightful.
We're going to start with Damar Hamlin. Damar Hamlin plays American soccer. Which is what I call football.
That is what you say. Yes, it is.
For the Bills. And he received the NFL Player Association's Alan Page Community Award just last week, I believe. This is an award that is meant to recognize players who go above and beyond to perform community service in their team, city, and or hometown, which is what Mr. Hamlin has been doing. He says, one of my favorite quotes is, "It's a blessing to be a blessing. With that being said, I plan to never take this position for granted and always have an urgent approach to making a difference in the community where I come from and also communities across the world." Now that this moment was undercut, I think, by some jacket drama. Like, he went to the Super Bowl and he had a jacket on that had like like some weird depiction of Jesus. Like,
I did not see that. Let me look that up real quick.
he had on this like varsity style jacket that had like Jesus on a cross in the back, but then the head was like this fucking like Murakami style, like grotesque image with like a bunch of eyes and
I see
colors and
it.
stuff.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh Lord.
So I guess that pissed some people off,
You know it
namely
did.
Adrian Peterson, who went back and forth. But anyway, good for you doing good things in your community, sir. Speaking of Super Bowl, Sheryl Lee Ralph performed "Lift Every Voice and Sing"
Mm.
while looking like all of the muses, like a lifted goddess. And I stand for all things Sheryl Lee Ralph. I have, I think, since my first walking days. So there's that. I still want her to play my mama and
Yes.
the story of my life.
Yes.
I have for probably the past, I don't know, 8 years. So that was magnanimous. What? And
I teared up. I literally got emotional. It was already like a beautiful rendition of the song, but the way she sing, like she is a true performer. She's not just gonna get up there and stand and sing. Like she is emoting through the song. She is giving you the song and
the living diva
and sounding incredible at the same time. Right. I literally teared up. I teared right the fuck up. I said, let me put this on a DVR, child, because I need to watch this at my leisure. So good.
In the realm of music as well, there is SZA, who will be named Billboard's 2023 Woman of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
They are going to be giving her the honor at the Women in Music Awards, which is supposed to take place in LA on the 1st of March. And the editorial director of Billboard says, since she burst onto the scene in 2017, SZA has defied genres and continually released raw, powerful songs, which have landed her in her music on Billboard charts. I think this is like her 8th or 9th week at #1 or something.
Yeah. Yep.
So congratulations to her and her music chart topping accomplishments. Sheryl Lee Ralph. Oh, and then I wanted to also give honor to a young man named Kevon Woodard, who is, I think he's 9 or 10 years. I think he's 10 years old. He's an actor who recently played the character Sam on the new HBO series The Last of Us, which is a televised adaptation of my second favorite video game and probably the best narrative video game of all time. The best story told through video game, I'd say, ever. So very beloved. One of the best characters in the first game, and I think that he played the character expertly. So congratulations to your portrayal and your talent, young man, in acting, as well as in hockey. Apparently, he is a budding hockey star who's nicknamed Hollywood because of his flashy celebrations at the goal, as well as being very quick and sturdy on the ice. He also happens to be, he says he wants to be the first deaf Black player in the National Hockey League. So wow. I see it happening for you, young man.
Yeah.
So congratulations to all of these people for being Black and excellent and inspiring.
Yes, amen. Beautiful job, Negroes, as always.
And let's get into our pop culture segment, which is called Hot Tops, Boners, and All.
Yeah.
Speaking of being Black and excellent in sports and music, how about that Rihanna concert?
Wowzers. How about it?
Now, you know, this Rihanna performance, I got what I expected to get out of it.
Yes, absolutely.
Rihanna especially over the past couple of years, does a very good job of being surrounded by great dancers and doing really great moves together. Like, she's a pop star. She's a great, great pop star. I thought that she looked great. I thought that she sounded good. I thought that the choreography was really cool and fun. Yes, the stage looked like a Super Smash Brothers.
It did.
It did look like a stage from Super Smash Brothers. So all of those memes, chef's kiss, I eat them right up. I think they're all really funny. Prego. Well, okay, before we get to that, the show happened, the Rihanna concert happened, betwixt some sports.
I mean,
sandwiched between some game.
Yeah, that did happen between men out there and their child's play. There was the Rihanna show. Yes. And I felt like, visually really breathtaking with some of these shots, especially the stuff they did with them floating platforms and all of the lights in the background, and then just the absolute, just
too high.
I love heights. I would have absolutely signed up for that shit. I would have gotten my whole fucking life. But just some incredible, I know they obviously had several photographers and videographers on hand, but I hope she gets some of that frame for her house, because it was just,
I'm sure.
And just the debut of the pregnancy and everybody being like, oh my God, holy fuck, another one is coming. And the everything of the outfit, the Aliyah, the Andre Leon Talley, it was just, so I get it. I do. I really do. And I really enjoyed the dancers' choreography as well. And it was a well put together mix of some massive Rihanna hits. And the fact that we didn't even get, you can't even get to all of them in a 13-minute performance.
That's exactly.
Because
Rihanna could do 4 medleys.
She has the catalog for it. She does. Mm-hmm. And I really love to see a Black woman being this is exactly who I am. Mm-hmm. I'm celebrating my body and what it can do. I'm celebrating me and what I have done, the goddamn work I have put in to establish myself up to this point, not even just with the music, but with the other brands she's launching. Rihanna has really turned herself.
Did you see her check her, powder her nose?
Yes, with her fucking Fenty. Sure did.
I loved that.
I'm yeah, and you would, girl. But, I just remember there was a time where we were like, God damn, every 6 weeks Rihanna is putting out an album leave us alone, chill out, calm down, enough is enough, slow down. And now that it's been some years since Anti, which even she said, I don't know if you read that Vogue interview, but even she said it was her best work. It's people are clamoring for more Rihanna music. And I'm not saying all as if it's literally all, but she stuck to being herself. She let her own personality out. She didn't worry about following the pop star mold or whatever, or trying to be the next whoever. She came up being the first Rihanna. And look at where it got her. I just don't see how. I can't hate on that. I'm proud of her and extremely happy for her. She looks overjoyed.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Island Queen. Yeah, I feel the same way. My initial reaction to the new pregnancy was God damn, girl, you going through all that all over. Anytime that somebody is pregnant, back to back like that, I'm just, because everyone knows how I feel about it. So I'm just oh my goodness, just I hope that she got to party and drink and smoke some blunts and do all the things you can.
Nope.
Today I learned that there are you can't eat raw vegetables.
Which raw vegetables?
There are some raw vegetables I heard that
probably. Honestly, I don't even know what they are. It's probably bacteria or something on them that you're not supposed to digest. It's all kind of shit they can't do. Can't look at nobody too fast. Can't cross the street by yourself. Can't nothing. These people come in and they take over your entire body. They literally drain you of your nutrients so that they can grow. So, but I also understand, she's 35 now. And if you're going to have more than one, I can definitely see being girl, let's get to it. Hurry up. and let's have these children, and then I'm shutting down shop. So yeah. Don't know where she's gonna stop, but she looks happy about it.
She does look happy, and they look so cute on that cover of British Vogue.
That baby. Oh,
little chunk.
Yes, that little Rihanna forehead, his little nose.
Yeah, he look like his mama bad. Yeah.
He do, but I really loved reading that. If you haven't read yet that interview in British Vogue with Rihanna, you should, because it's really good and it sheds, a lot of light on her thought process. If you're wondering where the album is, she addresses that, and yeah, all of it. She seems like she's in a good space.
Good for her. Speaking of music or making new music, here's someone who is dropping something new soon. Teddy Pendergrass down? T-Pain.
Okay. Two different people.
He's called himself so many things.
He has.
Teddy Pain.
So T-Pain is dropping a what?
Florida Hero.
Okay.
He's releasing an album called On Top of the Covers. And it's, get this, a covers album.
Wow.
It's in the name.
It is.
So it's going to be 7 songs. I feel like that's more like an EP. That's probably not right. Yeah, EP is probably shorter than 7. I don't remember the number.
I don't even know the criteria for each one, honestly.
But apparently they'll feature T-Pain's take on classic pieces of music, such as Don't Stop Believin' by Journey, A Change Is Gonna Come by Sam Cooke.
Wow.
That's Life by Frank Sinatra, Tennessee Whiskey by Chris Stapleton.
Wow.
Stay With Me by Sam Smith, War Pigs by Black Sabbath, and Sharing the Night Together by Dr. Hook. So it's like a little something and everything.
Oh yeah, these are songs I've never heard of. The Black Sabbath, I don't know who that even is. And
of course you don't.
Sharing the Night
only
Together,
one,
I don't know that either.
I think that's the only one I don't know. Is Sharing the Night Together. Let me see. I probably do know it.
I know Frank Sinatra, but I can't think of that song. I don't know That's Life.
The other ones I know so well that this is probably something I've heard before.
He should cover New York, New York.
Why?
I want to be a part of it. I don't know. That's this Frank Sinatra song I know. So, but Chris Stapleton, he was the white man who sang the anthem at the Super Bowl, and he sounded really good. So whoever that is, that might be a good song.
Okay.
But yeah, this is he was right about, songs we would not expect from T-Pain. You damn right about that. That list blew my mind. So I'm excited. I don't know that I've ever heard his natural non-auto-tuned voice. Have I?
Really? It's been a while now that he has been like, okay.
Oh, well, I mean, to be completely honest.
You remember when Jay-Z did Fuck Auto-Tune?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, I do.
Was like this big middle finger to everything T-Pain was doing at the time.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, you can't sing. T-Pain actually has quite a nice voice. He won the Masked Singer for whatever it's worth.
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I basically only just ever looked up Amber's clips from the Masked Singer. No shade to everybody else. And I don't know that I have sought out a T-Pain song since then, but I have heard that he does have a good voice. So, and this song selection is extremely interesting to me. So I'll stream it.
Yeah. Apparently he'll also have back-to-back shows in March at Pendry West Hollywood. What? At the Sunrose at Pendry West Hollywood.
Oh.
You want to go hear him sing this music live.
Sounds fun.
Speaking of music, Ja Rule's pissed that he's not on the Billboard 50 Greatest Rappers list. So Billboard put out this list recently, 50 Greatest Rappers of All Time. It features the likes of Jay-Z at number 1, Lil Wayne, Nicholas Menagerie, Tupac Shakur, the Notorious Big. It's got Andre 3000 on it. It's got, oh my God, it's got lots of people. Who it ain't got is Ja Rule, and he's livid. He tweeted after this list came out, there ain't 50 rappers dead, alive, or waiting to be born better than me. Starting with inaccuracies, I guess.
I don't know about that.
Hashtag icon with 2 N's. I don't know why.
Mm-mm. What's the relevancy of that?
Hashtag vibes? I'm not really sure what the relevance of that is either. At Billboard, congrats to everyone on the list. Well deserved, but check my resume. Again, hashtag icon with 2 N's and vibes. Is that like a line of dad hats or like a...
Maybe he put out an album called
a gin he's selling?
I don't know. I truly don't. I have no idea where he got that from. But the whole there ain't 50 rappers dead, alive, or waiting to be born better than me is...
And if you ain't gonna believe in yourself.
I mean, true, but that's Drag Race levels of delusion. You could join the workroom if you believe that about yourself, Ja Rule. You fit right in with the rest of them girls.
He would turn it. He'd be the trade of the season.
I'm just saying, dead, alive, or waiting to be born. Are you sure there aren't 50? A little too much dip on your chip there, sir. Sorry, I can't quite co-sign that.
He put some stuff on Twitter and Instagram and whatever. And then cleaned it up or ended it by saying, this is the last thing I'm going to say about the list. Okay. I'm pissed because this was not an oversight. It's statistically impossible to comprise this list without me. So my question to Billboard, who records these stats is what went into this decision to... What? I guess you meant... Okay. Who records these stats and what went into the decision to leave me off? Just curious.
What?
Yeah, you must have meant and.
That's not how statistics work. This isn't most successful rappers of all time. It's like, this is greatest rappers, meaning talent, meaning like best. And that is completely subjective. So it's always going to be up to the opinions of the people making the list. It's not a commercially who has sold the most tickets or made the most money off of their music. So I don't know why you brought statistics up when that isn't how this list was quantified. And I would think you would know that if you read the name of the list.
Okay, so I feel like this, right? And I hope I don't regret saying this. I kind of see where he's coming from, not being on the list at all. And I feel that way after looking at it.
Okay. You mean the rest of it?
Okay, so for me, right, if we're talking about like rap talent, like ability to create rap music that is successful / enjoyable.
Okay.
And respected. Jadakiss is number 46 on this list. That don't make no sense to me. Lauryn Hill is number 30 on this list. That don't make no sense to me. There are some people who are above way too many people in front of Andre 3000 for my personal taste. Mm-hmm. It was just like, to me, the list was giving like global impact to hip hop culture / like recognizability. It felt to me like The Room, when deciding this list, compiling it, feature probably more white people than I would have placed in the room.
Oh, absolutely.
And of a certain age. Mm-hmm. And to that point, it's like, okay, Ja Rule has sold 30 million records worldwide. Ja Rule was singing poorly, but singing on hip hop records and, you know, trying to blend R&B into it in his own quote unquote street way. Long before a lot of these niggas who are doing it normally and regularly today were doing it. And that was in part to his detriment when Curtis Jackson came out and used that very same thing to be like, you're a wankster and bitch made and all of that lully lullaby, Tweety Bird ass bullshit. Nobody wants to hear that. He was making pop songs with Jennifer Lopez and with fucking Mary J. Blige singing and acting in movies. Like, fine.
Right.
Well, it's all said and done. You not even being 49. I see why your boxers are in a bunch. However, I can't get by. First of all, I'm not going to die on a hill. I refuse. Secondly, I can't get behind the complaining when these lists come out, which there's always rapper complaining when these lists come out.
Right.
And that's something that they bet on. Here's the thing. You being absent from this list is not going to determine whether or not you get into heaven. It's not. Like, this is not your VIP pass to the pearly gates or through them.
Right.
What might be up for discussion is you having people fly down to the Caribbean and sleep on the ground and eat stale bread and romaine lettuce and Kraft singles. Now that they may want to talk to you about when it's all said and done. But this is not like, and like they're going to make another one at some point, not to mention Rolling Stone, Fader, Noisy, MTV. Everybody's going to do this. I don't know why y'all give these lists so much pressure. It's just a bunch of people who are also skin and bones and water saying their opinion. And it doesn't have to line up with yours for you to be valid, valuable.
Yep. Very true.
But someone always takes the bait. And of course, Ja Rule is going to be one of them because it's Ja Rule.
Well, I went and looked this up, and Billboard and Vibe teamed up to do this. So it's almost like Billboard knew that y'all was going to be like, what about niggas? But also, I don't know how many niggas are on the editorial team at Vibe these days. Either.
I didn't know that Vibe was still operating.
Well, that's what it says. Billboard and Vibe. So they limited it to just North America. So like British rappers aren't on it. They also chose to deliberately exclude reggaeton and dancehall MCs. They make that very clear. They were trying to keep it, the pool of nominees, I guess, really focused on North American rappers. But it says they took into consideration, Canada's. So
North America.
Yeah. Body of work / achievements, cultural impact and influence, longevity, lyrics, and flow. And so again, like, yes, achievements, how much you've sold or whatever is a factor here, but it's not the sole determining factor, obviously. So once again, I'm just not sure why he decided to be like, it's statistically impossible to not have me on this list. Because no, it's not at all.
Yeah, no, that part is untrue.
It is extremely possible to not have you on this list. And I see a few niggas on here that I would have taken off in favor of Ja Rule, because I agree that he is talented, and people kind of like shit on. I think he's more talented than niggas give him credit for. I think a lot of people ran with the 50 Cent thing and just kind of like let 50 Cent dictate their opinion about it. But like, would I rather listen to Ja Rule or Future? Me personally, I would say 8.5 times out of 10, I'd rather hear Ja Rule. So I can think of at least one nigga I would have replaced on this list with him. So, but again, it ultimately does not matter.
Future. He knows what he's saying.
I never know what that nigga is talking about. Like, I can maybe quote 2 or 3 Future lines, because normally it's just like a general sound and a vibe. So this isn't. Somebody does, like you said, somebody always gets worked up behind these lists, and they're not giving away like $1 million prizes for being on this list. You get some space. You get some space on their website and a tag on their Instagram, and that is it. So, fuck it.
Busta Rhymes, who did appear on the list, is going viral for throwing a drink in a woman's face after she was recorded apparently touching him inappropriately at the Las Vegas Convention Center during some fashion trade show.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know. But there's a clip of Busta Rhymes hulking about with his entourage and people, walking around him. And a woman is seen reaching out and sort of grabbing him, or what or patting him on what seems to be his left butt cheek. And he promptly turned around and dashed whatever beverage he had in his hand in this woman's direction. To everyone's shocked response.
Yeah.
Whatnot.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people weighed in on this, feeling as though Busta Rhymes did nothing wrong, and, you know, et cetera, et cetera. I'm done. What say you?
Well, I found the video, and so looking at it now, this short little 9-second clip. First of all, what did she say? That she didn't try to do it?
So she says to the Shade Room, apparently, Nikita Mathis.
Girl, you giving statements to the Shade Room. Things are bad.
Of course. I didn't mean to touch his behind, honestly. I was just happy to meet him and wanted to pick. Been a longtime fan. I admit I shouldn't have touched. Oh, so you like text or like you didn't actually speak vocally with someone because it's very obvious they copy and pasted your message here. There's no punctuation or
word. Yeah.
Wanted to pick, been a longtime fan. I admit I shouldn't have touched him at all, but he's Busta. I felt like I could possibly get a pick.
Okay. So
you wanted a picture with Busta Rhymes for whatever reason in 2023, and you are saying that you felt like you didn't mean to touch his behind?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
What did you mean to do? Like, he's not a small person. First of all, he has a name. You clearly know it because you put it in all caps here to reference him. You could have called out to him. You could have walked ahead. I mean, the options are clear. I'm not going to do all of that. You didn't have to touch that man's ass.
Yep.
The same way you didn't have to throw a drink in your face. So I don't know what to do with this one.
Well, I mean, I'm looking, like I said, I'm looking at the video. First of all, she's cheesing the entire time. She's so excited.
She knows exactly what happened.
Yeah. And even when I think she thought, oh, you know, like, I'm going to tap him to get his attention. He going to turn around and see like it's a woman or something and be like, oh, hey, what's up? You know, beautiful or something. Like he wasn't going to trip off of that. But also all of this happens. He turns around and then throws the drink in like a second. So I get the feeling that was more of
it was a reflex,
automatic sort of reaction than anything else. So yeah, it really, I think this was something that he just did because he felt somebody fucking touching his ass. And again, like she had to reach past the entourage. It was like 2 or 3 bodyguards surrounding him. So like the whole like, oh, I didn't know what I was doing or whatever. Like, girl, save it. You absolutely knew. You had that childish grin on your face the whole time. And it's as much as I can't, you know, necessarily condone throwing a drink at somebody, I understand because it would probably be my first immediate reaction too. If I'm walking around minding my business and you reach out and try to get my attention by tapping my ass, I'm going to turn around and throw something at you too. Probably.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do that.
If he or any other nigga had done that to her or any other woman and they had turned around and thrown a drink in their face, it really wouldn't be a conversation to have.
Mm-hmm. Everybody would understand that.
It's kind of like, do we all go home, Deborah? What do we do? I don't know. What do you want to do here? I mean, I guess it might be worth noting that Busta Rhymes attended anger management in 2015 or something like that after throwing a protein shake in a gym employee's face in Manhattan. But again, this video to me seemed less like I'm going to throw a drink in this person's face because I am man strong and they are woman small, weak, and more like someone touched my ass and I'm reflex responding to it. Maybe work on different reflex responses.
That's true. That's true.
Also, maybe keep your hands to yourself and don't touch people without their motherfucking consent.
Even more true. And I feel like that goes for everybody, regardless of gender. Keep your fucking hands to yourself. Or regardless of celebrity status, you don't get to touch male celebrities just because they're celebrities and you've been a fan for a long time and you want a picture. Use your words. And if he doesn't turn around or doesn't stop and give you a picture, then oh well, you're not the first or the only person that day who wanted something and didn't get it. So act like a fucking adult. I can't blame him, but I also feel like every time I give men some grace, in a couple of weeks they come back and do something heinous, and I'm like, well, I tried, but yeah, I just don't see. I can't fault Busta for that reaction because I can see me doing the same thing.
I mean, I'm not going to dick ride whatsoever, but Busta Rhymes is a notorious hot mess and also incredibly homophobic, so I don't.
Yeah, that is also true. Not trying to give a lot of grace. Not trying to.
I'm gonna sit here and be like, but a spade is a spade, sis, so whatever.
Yeah, keep your hands to yourself.
Speaking of drink throwing, Glorilla had a drink thrown at her in Oakland quite recently after she was booked to appear at a nightclub amongst her, blooming popularity. So apparently, people who attended this event at New Caribbean City, Caribbean with a K, okay, after Glorilla's San Francisco show, expected for her to perform during this event appearance. But Glorilla was not, in fact, there to perform, but just, pop in, pop out, keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
So some club goer who was upset with this decided to take their open water bottle and throw it in her direction.
What?
Or in the direction of her and her friends. So the promoter for this party or club, who is ironically named Con B, posted an alleged contract where it showed that he allegedly paid $31,000 for Glorilla to come and perform at this party, to which she and Yo Gotti both denied that this would have ever been the case. Yo Gotti responded on Instagram saying, $30K to perform. You must book Lil Glow, not Big Glow. Glorilla responded on Twitter saying, no way you think I'm performing when you paid for a hosting, crazy tail self. I love that she's old in name and also in speech.
Yep. She sounds like a Memphis grandma, crazy tail self. Like, what? Young people do not talk like that.
Anyway, I don't know what the fuck wrong with y'all. Like, I don't give a fuck if you thought you was going to hear F and F or not. You can't throw drinks at people because you didn't get to hear the little song. Like, I don't know really what's wrong with it. It's going to and then if you get your ass beat, it's like, ooh, I get rich now.
Yeah.
Weirdo. Take your motherfucking ass home. It's a song.
Yeah, because now you have a battery charge when you was just supposed to go out to the club and have you a good time that night. Again, maybe y'all need to learn how to handle disappointment.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Maybe everybody is just so used to getting what they want when they want it that the people have forgotten that sometimes things don't go your way and you just have to sit with that. Because what would make you think that throwing a drink at that girl what was she going to do? Then be like, oh, well, if you feel strongly enough to about to throw a drink, then I guess I'll get my ass up here and do the song anyway. Like, what? No. I just don't understand why y'all behave that way.
So last but not least, there's some drama with Halle Bailey's boyfriend this week and this girl he used to date.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. So Halle Bailey is, I guess, still dating this rap nigga named DDG. And DDG is his name. Like his initial.
Yeah.
Whatever. So he used to date this rap girl named Ruby Rose, who, no, is not the white androgynous gay lady.
Nope.
It's some other girl from wherever she's from. And so, first of all, I guess there were like rumors that Halle and this boy broke up because he unfollowed her and then tweeted some weird cryptic shit about how all girls are the same or some dumb shit. So they probably got into an argument or something. So then I guess a few days later, this girl Ruby Rose tweets some shit about how it's, let me say exactly what she said. She said, it's mad. She said it's weird to have your bitch wearing my clothes. Where is it? Oh my God. Whatever. She had on, Halle Bailey posted, I guess, like something on her story of her literally just like, it looked like she was in a car somewhere, literally just minding her business, being young and cute or whatever. And she had on a t-shirt that I guess this other girl also owns, but maybe she gave it to the nigga or something like that. I don't know. But she's tight about it. And it's talking about how, oh my goodness, having your bitch wear my clothes is crazy. That's what she said. And then she later says, I like Halle, DDG, a weirdo for sure. This is so, like, I feel like I'm too old to talk about this.
I mean, I get it because I think all of these people are like 22, 23 years old, maybe something like that. So
I don't care no more. Listen, so the girl is a rapper. She used to date this nigga 2-3 years ago. Now he dates Halle Bailey. Again, I'm guessing maybe Halle and this nigga got into an argument or some shit like that. And so then all of a sudden his ex come out of nowhere and be like, oh, she's wearing my shirt. Oh, why are you doing that? Blah, blah, blah. And then try to like post a screenshot or some DMs between him and her. And then whatever. So Halle tweeted, I guess after this, the devil is working. LOL, please don't feed into the lies, especially from a third party. Stay blessed, everyone. And then that was kind of it. I know he posted like some shady shit. She subtweeted him afterwards, something like that. All in all, I just feel like Halle, you are a Disney princess. You're a living icon. You're like a vocal gem. You're too cute and too pretty and too rich and too famous for these ghetto ass shenanigans. When I heard that she went on a double date with this nigga and Krishan and Blueface, I was instantly concerned.
Oh no.
So all I'm saying to this nigga is keep the doll out of this mess if you're gonna be around. Okay? I don't know what the fuck it's gonna take. All right, but you should just be happy to be here.
Yep.
Because I don't know nothing you do. Y'all been dating for a while at this point. I still ain't never heard nothing that you do. So, except for the time that you said something to the effect of, I thought Martin Luther King ended racism or whatever the fuck when she was getting backlash.
Right.
And then later tried to say that he was joking or whatever. Tighten up. Tighten up.
Yeah.
And to her, sweets, anything to do something else. Do my eyebrows. Anything else. Because it's giving thirst. It's giving parchment, no paper. And I don't have time or like energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's it in the Babysitter's Club.
It's like, it's really a messy situation. And on one hand, I feel for her because who hasn't been young and caught up in some stupid shit behind a nigga? We all have. It's just painful to watch it play out with somebody who so many of us have been rooting for since she was so young. And when we know like how this shit goes with niggas, nobody wants to see Halle lose opportunities or get dragged into bullshit like with whoever the fuck this Ruby Rose girl is and all that. Like nobody wants to see Halle, who is so full of talent and promise and potential, get dragged down in the mud because of a nigga. But I knew when she started, because I follow her on Twitter and Instagram, and when she started, my man, I love my man so much, all this, I said, here we go. Here we fucking go. And then when all this shit went down, for her to jump on Twitter and be like, don't be believing the bullshit, especially from a third party. Like, girl, you sound exactly like every other girl who gets cheated on and chooses to believe the nigga instead of what's right in front of her face. And so, as much as I hate it for her, it's almost a rite of passage for most of us to play the fool behind a nigga. And it's just a shame that, it's getting played out on social media, on TikTok and Instagram and all that, and shit being exposed for the world. But she's not the first or the last to be in a similar situation. I just pray she gets through it, has her people around her if and when things fall apart, and hoping for the best for her. But I knew when she started talking about how she was so in love with this boy and he was in every other picture and video that she posted. And even just a few days ago talking about, oh, I'm so in love with my man. I love him so much. I'm like, oh, girl, you might as well start the countdown. It's like as soon as you say something nice about a nigga, a countdown in the universe starts to when they are going to embarrass you next. So I'm hoping for the best for my little young Ariel, but I don't like this boy for her. And I said it.
I honestly, from the get-go, was like, look, if Halle chose him, I want to believe, I can give this nigga a chance. Then the Martin Luther King thing. Now this. I'm just saying, precious cargo.
Yeah.
You need to be battening down the hatches and doing all the protecting. That's our Ariel.
Mm-hmm.
Out here playing games, got her on the goddamn shade room with rappers.
Hitting up hoes because you got into it with Halle. Like, this is
over a
so
t-shirt.
Stupid.
Why are you calling this girl a bitch because she got... First of all, who the fuck... If you wanted the t-shirt, if you were... First of all, it's giving literally Target clearance. I don't know what the shirt was. No shade. I couldn't really see it. Neither one of them were really showing the shirt off. So I don't know, but it's not it wasn't Mugler. It wasn't a Gucci shirt. It wasn't Fendi. It was a t-shirt looked like it came from Instagram or something. Again, it could be a cute vibe. Maybe I'm out of the loop. I don't know what the shirt was. But what I do know is that if it was that deep and you love the shirt that much, he wouldn't have had it. You would. That's what I do know.
Oh, well.
Further fuck more, I doubt that it's one of one, the only one, the number. I doubt. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So wouldn't it stand a chance that you have the same shirt?
Whoever made it made another one.
Lastly, if he did give this girl the motherfucking shirt and she put it on and is on the internet, then the black fuck what? What are we supposed to do about it? Hunt her down and yell at her? Y'all don't have group chats? Y'all don't have therapists? Y'all don't have
They do
help.
not have therapists. They do not have therapists. No, they don't. And I don't even understand why you, as the ex-girlfriend, are watching Halle's stories anyway. How did you even
doing here?
Clock that Halle was wearing the shirt? Why don't, again, young people bullshit. Young people bullshit.
Margaret, what are you doing here? Why are you here?
Get you some business. But yeah, I want that little boy to get away from her.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Nope.
I don't like it.
Tried to be nice.
I don't
after
like
that
to judge a book by its cover.
Martin Luther King
I literally don't know dick about this young man besides the things that I mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't like it.
Nope.
I don't like it.
Do not.
That's Halle Bailey. Destiny's grandchild. Stop playing games. That's it. That's all I have this week for our hot topics.
All right.
So we're going to take a break and then we're going to come back right the fuck after.
No way.
We do. Kid Fury's Sport Shorts. I said, kid, feel right, sports Yeah. Anyone for football? The big game happened this past Sunday. Sunday. Super Bowl. Sunday. Yep, it did indeed take place. And at the game, the one and only Kansas City Chiefs took on the Eagles of Philadelphia live in Earth. And what took place was a smooth, shocking, seat-edging, and controversial win to the Kansas City Doll Babies. Still called Chiefs, huh?
They are.
Well, they lost to the Philadelphia Eagles. Patrick Mahomes, this is the second Super Bowl MVP award. He completed 21 of his 27 passes, okay, for 182 yards, 3 touchdowns. You can't tell this motherfucker a goddamn thing, all while being black and at the Super Bowl. And injured?
Ankle. I'm sure you knew that, though.
I did.
Of course.
You didn't let me.
No, you're right.
I mean, it's.
Yeah.
Every time this happens where you feel as though you
I'm
can
chilling.
undermine my ability, hard work, research, and dues.
I'm chilling.
Yeah, he had to limp off the field at the end of the second quarter due to an injury to his ankle, apparently. Yet still came and swooped the doll babies and the girlies. Too much for young Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith, who performed as best they could quite well, but not enough to make the Eagles soar to some rings. No sacks. 0 sacks. None. 0 sacks. For the Eagles. Sax. No saxophone. Saxophone home. Yeah. So the Kansas City Chiefs were victorious at the Rihanna concert. Congratulations to them. Crazy ending, though. Apparently, some people were quite pissed because of a call by one of the refs. Defensive holding or something like that. Yeah, real pissed because I guess the Kansas City Chiefs felt as though they were this close to busting out a 35-35 tie. But one of their players tugged on a jersey and got a foul and switched it over. And then the Eagles to Chiefs. Eagles. Okay, I said that wrong. The Eagles. The Eagles were on the other side, and then they had somebody who pulled a jersey.
Yes.
And then that happened.
Yep.
The reverse thing.
Yes.
The switching. The other side. The
Yep.
So then the Chiefs won.
Excellent.
And that was just the Rihanna concert bowl. Thrilling. What did you think of the sports?
I thought it was an incredible game. That these two were very well matched up, and yeah, you could just tell that the Chiefs made adjustments after halftime that the Eagles didn't. Yeah, but seriously, all credit to Jalen Hurts. Aside from that one play, I know you know the one I'm talking about. I felt like
crazy,
wasn't it? Because I mean, that's a fumble that the Chiefs picked up and ran right back for a
running moment.
They did.
In the game.
What a moment it was, too. So aside from, them recovering that fumble and taking it back for a touchdown, I thought Jalen Hurts played a really great game. I'm sure we'll see him on the big stage again.
Absolutely.
But I was, personally, I was a little sad. I was rooting for the Eagles because of Abbott and
great reason.
Other ties to Philadelphia. I always love going to Philly. So much love there. So, I was rooting for the Eagles to take this one and was a little disappointed, but an excellent game nonetheless. An excellent game.
Yeah. Incredibly thrilling game. Packed around a concert that we were all truly there for. And I as well was rooting for the Philadelphia Eagles because, great team, great city, great cheesesteaks, and Bel Air. And I've never been to Kansas City. And Eagles are beautiful, majestic creatures. So shout out to the Super Bowl and to sports. And you're welcome.
And Jalen Hurts is so fine. So fine. So I was rooting for the Eagles for a few No, don't do that. Jalen Hurts is gorgeous.
I literally didn't say anything.
That is a truly beautiful face. I feel bad because I know he's like 24, 25. But, facts are facts, America. So, yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed the game. I was looking for you on the sidelines. When I saw Blue Ivy, I was like, okay, Fury must be near because I see the celebrities are here. But you were probably busy working, doing pregame interviews and stuff like that. And, when you're in the zone.
What a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's really exhausting for you guys. So
no sleep.
What was your highlight of the match itself? Was there any play in particular that you thought one of the teams executed really well?
Yeah, I have to say, personally, in the very third quarter of the game, when the black one ran, and then the ball flew, and then it was caught, and then it was like whoosh, and then everybody was like, oh, and then I was like, yup. And then and honestly, I keep seeing it everywhere.
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram, Vine, like that particular moment has been like, everyone's been talking about it. So
that was a big one. That was a big one for sure. So
yeah, probably the highlight of the game, really.
Okay. Well,
any other questions?
Well, since you asked, what did you think about the whole dynamic with the Kelsey brothers?
Man, those brothers, I've been, since this Tory Lanez trial, I've just kind of been allergic to the name Kelsey. So I never really it's like I hear it and then I don't really get like the full meat.
Good fucking night.
The subject matter because of past dramas. But I'm sure that at the end of the day, it is a situation that is situated in the realm of this reality as well as the next.
Okay. Well, couldn't ask for a better explanation than that, honestly. Thank you for always sharing your expertise. It is appreciated.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
No problem.
Wonderful.
All right. Well, that's it for the sports charts. We're going to take a break and come back.
This week's episode of The Read is supported by FX's Snowfall. Snowfall is back for its 6th and final season, where a feud threatens to destroy the Saint family. Frank is faced with losing everyone he loves and everything he's built. Getting through it will mean outmaneuvering multiple law enforcement agencies, as well as avoiding the LAPD's corrupt crash units. John Singleton's visionary series comes to an epic conclusion That's right, FX's Snowfall. The final season premieres February 22nd on FX. Stream on Hulu. Make sure you watch, and let's move on.
All right, y'all, we are back, and it is time for your listener letters. And this segment is being specially sponsored by Target. They're celebrating Black History Month with a 100% Black-owned or designed collection featuring styles from brands like Sammy B, Ade and Aya, Rayo and Honey, and many more. The collection also includes products featuring designs from winners of Target's 2023 HBCU Design Challenge, which has winners representing Spelman, Albany State, Norfolk State. Target's exclusive Black History Month assortment focuses on representation across the diaspora. And it gets better. We're partnering with Target to bring you exclusive content celebrating Black excellence. So with that, let's dive into your letters and see what the mess is about today.
Hootie hoo! If you have a question for us, I don't know why that was on my spirit, send it to asktheread@gmail.com. We may read it aloud on the show. Our first letter this week comes from Vanessa, who says, my little brother Mike is 29 years old with 2 kids and 1 on the way. He and his girlfriend are not married, but they live together, and he is the sole breadwinner for their household, or at least he was. His girlfriend is due any day now, and he decided to quit his job without any backup. He truly disliked working at a call center, and I get that because I also hated it. But quitting shouldn't be an option when you have a family to care for and a whole new child on the way. It's been 2 weeks since he quit, and he hasn't started looking for a new job. My mom and I are pissed because he's been asking for both of us for money every month since January of 2022 to cover some of his bills that his income could not. I would help him out because I didn't want my niece and nephew to go without. Since he quit and didn't get fired, he won't be getting unemployment. So this means he's going to be leaning on my mama and I financially now more than ever. We've tried sitting down with him to go over his finances, but as a man, he doesn't want to discuss them because of his pride. But that same pride didn't stop him from asking for money or quitting his job in the first place.
Exactly.
I have no clue how to go about this. I haven't spoken with him because all I can think to say is, ain't this some shit? I don't want him and his family to be without, but I cannot do more for them than they do for themselves. If this was y'all's brother, how would you handle the situation? Thanks for all that you do. I look forward to the show every week. Vanessa.
Wow, Vanessa.
Oh, Mike.
What to do? This nigga's playing.
Listen, 3 kids and you the sole breadwinner and you just said, fuck it, I'm not going to work no more?
Because what? Because you know that you'll be taken care of by...
No.
No, we can't do that.
No, we cannot do that.
You're going to have to get your ass up and get some of the shit figured out. Like, it's really that. What are we going to have to do? We're going to have to make deadlines? Because you can't, like... I don't know. I don't really... The thing that's blowing me is it's like, humble yourself a bit. You quit your job. All right.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, well, my pride. Nigga, you got kids and no job.
Ain't no more of that.
What is it? Hit the beat. I don't know. Some newspaper
Baby, I would have been down to the food stamp office the very next fucking day. The very next day.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I would say first things first, y'all go sign up for everything y'all eligible to get. WIC, food stamps, all that. So that you don't have to worry about feeding these children, first and foremost. But this issue of you being a 29-year-old man and just deciding to quit your job because you don't like it, it's almost like, do you know how this world works? Because it's pretty shitty, but you are far from the only person in a situation where they're in a job they hate, but they are forced to work because they have a family to support. Like, you have an obligation to these children to care for them. And she put, in the footnotes that the girlfriend doesn't work because childcare, which makes sense. Y'all have, 2.5 children now. So it's like, whatever work she's doing, if she did work, probably her whole check and then some would go towards daycare anyway. So I get, somebody staying home. But yeah, the thing is, he don't have to discuss his finances. He don't, for pride or whatever other reason. But you and your mama don't have to dig in y'all purses either. And so it's a matter of what are y'all going to do about it? If this was my brother, I really can't even picture this.
I'm trying right now.
It's something about, the flavor of trauma we grew up with, but we don't do this. We do not depend on others, including other family. But I think I would decide for me what I'm comfortable helping with and make that clear and sticking to that. Like, not just comfortable, like what I want to give you, but also you have your own bills to pay. Like, you're not out here quitting your job all willy-nilly. You have to take care of yourself and whoever's in your household too. So I think that's where I would start with, like, where can I even help and how do I want to help?
Right. Yeah, like I said, I think like setting boundaries, the deadlines, all of that, and making it clear that it's like, this is exactly what you are getting. And this is exactly what you are not fucking getting.
Yeah.
And there's no take it or leave it. It's like, bitch, you can get the fuck out.
Like,
okay, so I don't know how that would go. Because personally, I would be all the way checked out. Like Crystal said, make sure that the children are fed and clothed and clean is the most important thing. But like, I don't know how to jumpstart niggas who feel like they can just depend on somebody else while they just do whatever the fuck they want to do and just figure it out, like, on their own tempo. You don't have the time for that. And that shit is wholly irresponsible and disrespectful. So you're going to need probably some real harsh, tough love, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, some of that. And I mean, I can understand not wanting your niece and nephew to go without. I would never be able to know that my nephew doesn't have something that he needs. And I would for sure not be above being like, get them kids dressed. I'll be there in 15 minutes to come get them. And we going to the mall and we having a day with auntie or whatever. Like, me doing whatever I do for my nieces and nephews, that's never going to stop. But you two grown niggas who made these kids are going to have to figure something out. And even if it's like, maybe he stays home and watches the kids and she gets a job. She's fully pregnant and due any day now. So it's going to be at least a few months, at least, before she's ready to go back to work and leave a fucking newborn. So, like, nigga, I get you don't like working at a call center, but you need a job right now. And I don't, but you can only, draw your own boundaries and say what you're going to do. If your mama is willing to donate her whole check to her son and he's able to lean on her, then you can't do nothing about that. All you can say is, as for me, I won't be doing this because I find it incredibly irresponsible for you to just be like, fuck it, I hate this job. I'm not coming back no more. Nigga, you have kids. You literally have a responsibility to care for your children. So, yeah, girl, I think I would leave it at that. Like, just because somebody asks for money don't mean you have to say yes. And it don't mean you have to neglect your nephew either. You can still do for him. But this is some wild shit. In this economy, you just said, fuck it. Really? No unemployment coming in. Does he have some giant savings? Probably not if he was asking y'all for money on a regular basis.
I just don't know what reality here.
This is what I'm saying. I don't.
What's going on?
I don't even get this frame of mind. I have had some horrible jobs. I worked in a goddamn glass factory overnight. I worked overnights in a factory making glass bottles when I was not even 29, like 24, to pay for school, to pay off my tuition. This idea that the job sucks, so I'm not going to do it, I am just not built that way. I'm not at all. I will do whatever shit job I have to take care of myself. So I struggle a lot with connecting with people who are like, oh, well, I just didn't want to, so I didn't. Like, that's your right. I just can't. I can't fathom. It's not for me.
All right.
All right. Best of luck, Vanessa, with that conversation with your brother. Let us know how it goes. Our next letter comes from Lucas, who says, I was luckily able to snag 4 tickets to Club Renaissance with my friends, but it was $100 over budget for one of them. She says she wouldn't be able to make it, and so I told her I would find a replacement person to join our group because I didn't want a stranger tagging along. Another friend, Bianca, suggested that I sell the ticket to make a quick buck, so I went to StubHub. I wasn't sure how much I should list the ticket for, so I brought it up with my roommate, Candace, who volunteered to pay for the extra ticket before I could mention that I wanted to sell it. I'm pretty close with Candace, but Bianca is not a fan of hers, which is one of the reasons why I wasn't planning on asking her to go with us. The concert is also a day before Candace's birthday, and she said that the semester had been kicking her ass, so this concert could be a gift to herself. In my head, I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't have told her about it, but it's her birthday, so I'll say yes. She also technically didn't ask, she just offered to go. After I told Candace she could have the ticket, I told the group chat about it, but nobody has responded. The anxious part of my mind knows they probably started texting each other about it separately. Yes, they absolutely did.
Yes, without question.
This happened last night, and I just woke up at 6 a.m. all anxious about it. How terrible would it be if I were to take the ticket back from Candace? Technically, I do need help paying for my own ticket, so I could just say that I'm going to sell the extra one for that reason. I just want to avoid any awkwardness with Bianca, who is also my ex, but that's a whole nother story, and have a good carefree time at the show. Thanks for doing your show. I tune in every week, and I love you guys. Congrats on 10 years, Lucas.
What?
You have gotten yourself into a pickle.
Okay.
Letting somebody invite themselves along to a Beyonce concert? Ooh, no.
There's so many moments that I would have asked to pull over and get out.
Amen.
Okay, I don't think that y'all understand what we be talking about when we talk about these concerts. This isn't the time to play games. This isn't the time to play footsies. This isn't the time to be, oh, well. Like, no, we don't have.
Nope.
This is Beyonce live on a stage within the air that you are within, performing her music. Not just her music, her new music on an album that is so fresh, so clean, so revolutionary, so sickening in all of its references and understanding that she is going to absolutely piss on each date. Girl, and you allowed... This is the time for you to stand within the armor of God, 10 toes down, and be certain of the decisions that you are making. Okay? There's no inviting yourself on my ticket. There's no inviting yourself to a Beyonce concert that you weren't invited to. That is not how that works. Oh, my birthday is coming up. Okay, well, you know what to get yourself. That's not how this works. But oh, you, Lucas, agreed. Now, here's what you also can't do. Tell somebody that you told you can go to the Beyonce concert, they can't go to the Beyonce concert no more. Now you're a villain. Now you're evil. Now there's something wrong with you. Because yes, there is. Because you told someone that they could go see Beyonce, and now you're telling them they can't. It is wrong. It is wrong. Now, should you hit this person back and say, what, Bianca?
Bianca is the friend.
The other one.
Candace is the roommate. Yeah.
Candace is, yes. You want to call him back and be like, could you? Yes, of course you could. Be like, hey, so the money, and so I'm going to do this, or whatever. You could absolutely do that. And would you be within your right? 1,000,000%. Your ticket, your money, you know what I mean? Your time, and you did not invite no motherfucking body. It is wild to say, hey, by the way, I'm coming.
I mean, but you also, like, she was like, oh, I'll pay for it. And, you know, then it'll just be that. And it'll be my gift to myself. You could have just said, oh, well, it's actually not open to the, to just anybody.
Cute thought. Like, thanks for your input.
Right. I'm thinking, yeah, you could have turned her down. But then in practice, I'm struggling with how exactly you would say that in the moment. I see how you got caught up, but you know that Bianca don't fuck with Candace and would not want to go to a fucking Beyonce concert and be in Club Renaissance with that girl. So, yeah. I think I actually would just tell her, unfortunately, I didn't have the balls to say it to your face, but I can't sell you this ticket.
No.
I can't sell you this ticket.
No. No. You can come up with a lie if you want to. But Candace ain't going. Not that Candace. It doesn't add up.
Nope.
You're going to have to put on your big draws, head on over to this person and say, Candice, no. No, you may not come on this ticket to the function. Okay? I thought about it some more. It's actually better that I do X, Y, as well as Z with the ticket. And my friends hate you. So
I mean, that's what
I
was
really hope
say.
you get a ticket. I really hope that you get to enjoy the magic that is Beyonce Live. But it won't be with this pass. I wish you the best of luck. I will think of you prior to the show when I'm in line for a cocktail.
Yeah.
Because once the set list begins, honey, you will be the furthest thing from my mind. I really wish you well. I'm sure you can figure something out. And good luck.
Yeah.
If you want to play that for Candace, it would be cowardly, but she's not like, it's not, it is foolish. Like, nobody likes her. You didn't invite her, and it's best that you don't.
Yeah.
You didn't, so figure it out.
And you got, Lucas, you're pretty bold to know Bianca don't like this girl. You told Candace she could have the ticket, buy the ticket off of you anyway, knowing Bianca don't like her. And then you went to the group chat and just said, I told Candace she could buy the ticket. Not like, oh my God, y'all help me. I needed help with trying to sell the ticket and now Candace thinks she can have it and I didn't know what to say in the moment. You came to them like it was an announcement for them and not like, oh shit, I'm in trouble. And then you wrote us the question about being in trouble. Like that.
Yeah, I really didn't want to leave that last part out.
That was backwards. But are you crazy? If I bought tickets with a group and then you tell me you inviting a bitch I don't like, and not just inviting, but she has the ticket, like, oh, I told Candace she could buy the ticket. Girl. To have a friend, you have to be a friend. You're not being a friend right now. That is not a friendly way to interact at all. Bitch, You just gonna tell me that the bitch I don't like is coming with us when we plan this? No. If I were you, I would go right back to that group chat and be like, I apologize, y'all. I really don't know what was wrong with me in that moment. But of course, Candace is not coming to this show. And I'm going to put it on StubHub or, I mean, you said it's only $100 over budget for one of your friends. Maybe the other 3 of you can kick in the remaining money so that it can be the original 4 of you who plan to go or something like that. Maybe everybody can go sell plasma. Me and my friends used to do that in college to get a little extra money, shit like that. You could always pawn something. There's so many options. Just listing it on StubHub, like you said in the first place, and getting some cash that way. There are so many options, but I'll tell you this. Say it sooner than later. Don't let it drag out. Now, we have some months till the North American leg of this tour, so you have time, but not a lot of time. You need to do this within the next few days. Go tell Candace, I am so sorry, but the ticket is not available. Apologize to your friends for coming at them like, oh, this is something I did. And,
we're just going to talk about it.
Hopefully y'all can talk about it after that, because you came to it like it was a done deal instead of something to be discussed. And that was wrong. So you kind of owe everybody some explanations and apologies, but this isn't something that, can't be fixed. But you do have to put on your big person panty drawers and go do it. Even if it's a hard conversation, you do still have to go do it. So good luck with you navigating all that, Lucas. That is going to wrap up the ever so illustrious letters on this week's episode of the show. Don't forget that the read is brought to you by Target. That's right. Good old Target. We're thrilled to share that Target is committed to spending more than $2 billion with Black-owned businesses by the end of 2025. Learn more about how Target supports Black communities, from investing in the next generation of HBCU talent to making it easy to shop Black-owned brands year-round. Visit target.com/Black Beyond Measure. We're going to take another quick break and be right back. Many of today's occupations didn't really exist a decade ago, like Etsy seller, podcast producer, driverless car engineer, cryptocurrency analyst. New opportunities to build a career are popping up every day. And Squarespace is the ultimate tool for professionals to use to build a site to market their brand and sell anything. Features like Squarespace Analytics allow you to use insights to grow your business so that telehealth therapists can see where most of their site visits are coming from. The appointment scheduling feature allows you to add online booking and scheduling to your Squarespace website, which is extremely useful for those of us who are just extremely averse to getting on the telephone for whatever reason. And with the Video Studio app feature, you can create and share pro-level videos, perfect for that makeup influencer to show off the perfect way to apply liquid eyeliner. Squarespace even offers a member areas feature where you can sell access to gated content. We love gates, like videos, online courses, or newsletters. So head on over to squarespace.com/read for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch your site, use offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Let them know Kid Fury and Crystal sent you, and let's move on.
This week's episode is also being brought to you by State Farm. There's such a thing as getting too personal, but not with insurance. With State Farm, your insurance works for you, giving you options through personalization that meets your needs. With the State Farm Personal Price Plan, you get the coverage that you want and need through a policy that helps cover what is important to you, all at a great rate that you can afford. You don't need to get that personal, sis. The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary. Back to the show. Okay, folks, we're back. It's time for the read.
Hooty-hoo.
So I'm going to just be very brief and say very quickly, fuck Donald Trump. And I thankfully haven't said his name for any reason in a while, or even thought of the bitch. But for whatever reason, he decided to pop up and share his opinion on the Rihanna concert. I don't know why he felt like we needed it or we gave a fuck about his opinion. But he tweeted, I didn't know they were letting him do that again. He tweeted, epic fail. Rihanna gave,
Oh, Christ.
without question, the single worst halftime show in Super Bowl history. This after insulting far more than half of our nation, which is already in serious decline, with her foul and insulting language. Also, so much for her stylist. So apparently, according to one Ronnie Jackson of Texas, Rihanna spray painted "fuck Donald Trump" on a car at the Cadillac Ranch in Amarillo. Once upon a go round, and they're still pissed about it. Donald Trump responded to this and said, without her stylist, she'd be nothing. Bad everything and no talent. He honestly, I think he short circuits mid speech.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Bad everything. What?
He does not know a lot of words.
He's literally is a big fat baby.
Yes. And not smart.
Such a living, breathing dumbass. And I don't understand where he came from. Epic fail. What the fuck? Nobody says
What
that
year is
anymore. Gramps. You have a lot of nerve coming for the fuck anybody. Okay? Anybody. The only talent that your dumbass has is for inciting violence and foolishness and dumbassery. Out of every fucking foolish, conservative, hick, racist, dumbass, shit stain of a member of this country.
Amen.
You talking about insulting the nation? What the fuck were y'all at? Do you think that your ass was doing for 4 years? The nation that's in serious decline? Yeah, you did a great job in helping with that. With her foul and insulting language? Grab him by the pussy?
Come on, preacher.
It's what are we doing? What are we doing? Just go fucking watch Mad Men and use your tweezers to poke around at that little pecker. That little... just thumb at that little lima bean.
Flick it.
And mind your fucking business in the presence of greatness, you ragged bitch. How dare you talk about somebody's motherfucking stylist when you literally just walk around looking like a Big Mac every day?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Are you absolutely serious? The way that they be packing your ass into a polo and khakis? Shut the fuck up and stop talking to a queen, bitch, or about one. Who the fuck do you... During Black History Month, don't get your ass whipped. And then Kodak Black.
What? Oh, no, I don't even want to know. Oh, God.
I don't know. I guess he's still a Donald Trump fan. He responded to this and said, Uncle Trump say that shit garbage, man. Now, I feel like I genuinely feel like there aren't many sparks firing off up there.
Ain't no way.
And so usually I just shut the fuck up. But who do you need to speak to, sis? Where have you been?
Yeah.
First of all, I'm sure that if Donald Trump has ever acknowledged you, he thought that he was on the set of a Jim Henson production and that you were operated by puppeteers.
Please.
So the fact that you are still out here trying to latch yourself on to this nonsensical, completely irrelevant, unsolicited, dumbass comment that is bashing a Black woman that is more talented, relevant, important, and culture shifting than the both of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I could throw up, but I'm not in the mood.
And she's easily those things. Like Rihanna has, oh God, it doesn't even need to be said. You look at Kodak Black, you look at Donald Trump, and then you look at Rihanna, like there's nothing that needs to be said. Now, I do remember Trump got Kodak out of prison. He commuted that sentence for him before he left office. So that's probably why Kodak is still on his nuts, but not an excuse to be saying that any other artist, anything is garbage or co-signing that ridiculous man. Like, is it part of the deal that he got you out of jail and now you have to defend him on social media? Did the lawyers negotiate that? I'm just not understanding.
I'm done.
Well, fuck Donald Trump, as always. I am also going to keep this short and sweet this week. The NBA announced on Tuesday that Karl Malone is going to be one of the judges for the dunk contest during All-Star this weekend.
Oh, boy.
This is the same Karl Malone who sexually assaulted and impregnated a 13-year-old girl when he was 20 and a sophomore at Louisiana Tech.
Oh, boy.
13 years old is what, 7th, 8th grade, maybe 9th if you went to school early, but
I think it's at most 8th. Like,
you know what it is? Firmly adolescent age person. Secure and tucked tightly in that underage category. There is never a justification for a 20-year-old having any kind of sexual contact with a 13-year-old. And that was true even back in 1983 when that happened. So let's just go ahead and get that out of the way now. Obviously trash, obviously garbage. And even though a lot of people didn't know about this, because again, it happened in 83, way before social media, it has come back up a lot every time Karl Malone's name comes up. And it's really wild that the NBA made this decision because this is not like a matter of opinion. This is not like hashtag allegedly. ESPN published a whole story about it damn near 15 fucking years ago. Karl was ruled to be the father after a paternity test was established by the courts because the family was asking for child support because, of course, it's not bad enough for him to not even be in the child's life. He was also not paying child support. They were asking for $800 a month. $800 a month from a nigga who is an NBA star. And even after they got it awarded, because again, DNA test says you're the fucking pappy, he reached out to settle again with the family because he felt like that was too much. The same Karl Malone who allegedly harassed Vanessa Bryant back when he was chasing the ring that he never did end up getting when he was playing his last season with the Lakers and pissed Kobe off so fucking bad that he couldn't stay with the Lakers. And then, you know, whatever else went down from there. And now all of a sudden you retiring and never gonna have a ring. I just know, you know what? I just know that the National Goddamn Basketball Association does not have a shortage of people they could have asked to judge this dunk contest. That's what I know for sure. Former players, on-air personality, WNBA players. They are just fans.
There are only 20 people that play basketball and have played in history.
There are hundreds of options. And I get that. I think All-Star is in Utah, which, side note.
Where's that?
All-Star weekend in Utah sounds like hell. It is. It's in Salt Lake City. Are you even allowed to drink?
Salt Lake City has a Real Housewives. I'm sure they get turned.
Do they? Okay. Well, I mean, I never think, oh, girl, let's go to Utah and turn up. Like, it just that don't even really sound right to me. But anyway, I get it, All-Stars in Utah. He used to play for Utah. Let's have him come back. But fuck that. Because the fact that he used to play for that organization is very fucking obviously not enough to justify overlooking the horrendous things this nigga is known to have done, especially when you consider that not one fucking time has there been a public statement from this nigga that expressed any kind of remorse or contrition or showed any fucking growth in him as a human being at all. He had other kids that he was dipping in and out of, kind of in their life, kind of not showing up when these niggas is 17 years old and shit. And the only reason he didn't go to fucking jail for impregnating this 13-year-old girl is because the family was like, oh, he's a local boy, like she was from his same town originally in Louisiana. And so it was like, oh, we don't want to get the local boy in trouble or whatever. Like, you've been shown so much grace despite the shit you did in your life. And even now in 2023, you are still being shown an incredible amount of grace and being invited to places where by every measure, you fully deserve to never be asked to darken their doors ever again. But the NBA is just like every other giant corporation in this country, and there is not a lot that they will not overlook in order to highlight and platform the people who deserve it the absolute least, when you have every reason to just not and do it anyway.
Yikes.
Every NBA game is littered, especially the big games when LeBron broke the record and all that. There are constantly notable former players around the NBA. Like, you just can't tell me that the NBA was like, listen, guys, we're really back up against the wall, stuck between a rock and a hard place. We either get Karl Malone to judge the dunk contest or we'll have no judges. We'll have to cancel it. We'll have to cancel an entire segment of All-Star if Karl Malone doesn't show up. No, this was a choice. A nigga who sexually assaulted a child should never be invited to do shit else with your organization. The fact that he was even allowed to continue playing is crazy to me. But the nigga retired 20 years ago, and he's been retired longer than he actually played. Let the sleeping goddamn dogs lie. Let that dirty, flea-infested nigga stay exactly where he's at. It's just trash. It's trash. I know y'all don't give a fuck about women and girls, but to ignore all the shit that he's done and be like, oh yeah, Karl Malone, it's cute. He played for Utah. Let's have him back. No, bitch, let's not. You could just not. Ask LeBron. I feel like he knows some basketball players, since nobody at the NBA knows any former players who could help judge this contest. See if Steph Curry knows somebody. I bet if y'all call Shaq.
Also,
or
it's
hell,
a fucking dunk contest. Get fucking
Shaq.
Drewski or Shiggy or somebody to do it. It doesn't even fucking matter. Like, who cares?
None of it does. It's All-Star. Like, the point is to fuck new and exciting hoes that you ain't never fucked before, and have a good time, make a little extra money. That's it. That's it. That's the whole point. Karl Malone didn't have to be a part of it, so fuck you for that. And that's it for me. I'm done.
Well, girlies.
Oh, and that
people that aren't girlies.
Yeah, I think that brings us to the end of this week's episode. Check us out at This Is The Read on social media. Our website is thisistheread.com. We look forward to seeing those of you who are going to be at our 10-year anniversary show here in New York City on Sunday. We look forward to seeing you guys there. And yes, we're having a pop-up shop presented by Target. There will be free giveaways, classic favorites, and etc. That's going down.
Sorry.
No, this is fine. But yeah, this Saturday, February 18th, 1 to 5 p.m. at 31 East 31st Street here in the city, or check our Instagram for additional details. But yeah, come on and pop up to the pop-up. And those of you who have tickets, we'll see you at the show on Sunday. Anything else from you before we head out for the week?
Live show, pop-up shop.
Mm-hmm.
Voting for the Image Awards is closed, which again,
It is.
super excited about that and very honored. And I think that's it.
Yeah, thank you to everybody who voted for us. And we'll see some of y'all at the Image Awards next weekend after next, however you say it.
Yeah, not this weekend, but next week.
But the next, yes. Yeah. So thank you guys for all the love and support over the past decade. And we will see y'all next week.
We'll see what Link is beefing with. Or who.
Oh, yeah. She's been pissed.
People just open the door and like mind their business and go home from a hard day's work. And she's like, no, I'm going to interrupt that. Who are you? What are you doing on my floor? Who do you think that you are? What do you have to bring me?
They don't even have to be coming to your apartment.
Literally not. Like the apartment literally on the other side of the goddamn floor. And she's like, where have you been? Where are you coming? Where are you going? What did you bring me? What's for me? Come say hello. Good girlie.
Love that for her.
All right.
Bye.